tracking Hurricane Sandy. The winds are picking up along North Carolina's coast. Look at some of the strong waves rolling up on the beaches here as we get ready for the big Thanksgiving. Not quite yet. Halloween holiday, right?
Yeah, I believe they had to suspend ferry service out there around Cherry Point, North Carolina. And in fact, North Carolina is just one of 8 states, as well as Washington, D.C., that are under a state of emergency. Business and homeowners are taking all kinds of precautions, including removing and securing all their lawn chairs, other outdoor furniture, and like you said, Crystal, maybe some Halloween decorations that might need to come down.
That's right, battening down the hatches. Let's go to Julie Martin. She's been in Nags Head, North Carolina all day and battling the elements, and it looked like on radar we just went through a pretty heavy band of rain there, Julie.
We did, and I actually went through it and got a little battered myself. In fact, the rain sometimes hurts out here when it hits you in the face when you get through those rain bands, and the winds have certainly picked up, and really we haven't seen the worst of this yet. We will see tropical storm conditions through all day tomorrow as well, so a long duration event, and tonight we might see some of the worst, some of those gusts upwards of 60, 70 miles an hour. With that could come some power outages, some flooding, also several inches of rain with Sandy expected here along the Outer Banks, a very low-lying area. Earlier today, we spoke with one family, though, who says, you know what, they have been through these things before, and they're kind of taking this in stride.
No one's really too worried about it. We brought in some things outside just in case the wind picks up, but that's really about, you know, just another storm.
Pretty typical day.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I mean, it's nice to see what's going on and to look out and see the ocean. But yeah, we'll just pretty much stay inside, watch some movies, play some games. That's about it.
Now, there are no mandatory evacuations here in the Outer Banks, but residents are being advised tonight to stay inside. Don't get out on the streets. Keep in mind, Highway 12, which runs all the way down to Cape Hatteras, is one way in, one way out, and it has a tendency to wash over. So we'll be checking on that situation for you, as well as the power situation here. But all of this, guys, just sort of a preview of what is to come and possibly worse in the Northeast. Kelly, Crystal, back to you.
Absolutely, Julie. It's great to have that preview for people who aren't getting a taste of Sandy quite yet. Thanks so much. We'll be checking back with Julie a little bit later.
Yeah, and the storm's not even making landfall in this area, but it's going to take that left hook and impact areas directly across the Northeast. It's very important that you be prepared now. Days out, get ready for power outages from this storm.
Yeah, we have a look at where power outages are likely from this storm. Our hurricane specialist, Brian Norcross, has a breakdown of what you need to have right now.
Today is the day to get ready, and this is what you need to do. First thing, when you head out today, get some gas in your car, fill it up, because if the power goes out, those gas pumps may not work. Now let's talk about staying home. The most important thing you've got to have is water, and there are 2 parts to that. One is you need to have water to drink just in case something happens to the water supply, which isn't likely, but just in case, so get a few bottles of water. The other thing is your refrigerator. Put the water in plastic bags like this and then stuff them in the freezer, every little corner of your freezer. That way, the water will be there when you need it, but also it'll keep your refrigerator colder for longer. Get yourself some food for the rest of the week. Get something the kids will like. Get some bread, things that are non-perishable. You need that. While you're out, get yourself some cash because the ATMs aren't going to work when the power goes out. Get yourself a first aid kit if you don't have one, just in case. Get yourself some batteries and be sure you have flashlights. If the power is out for an extended period of time, you're going to need the flashlights in the dark. Now, communications. The cell phone is not likely to be your friend if your power's out for a long time. You know how long your cell phone lasts. So be sure you have a car charger so at least you can keep it going, assuming the cell service works. If the cell service in your area doesn't work, you need a battery-operated TV or radio. Be sure you have lots and lots of batteries. That's essential. And don't forget the kids. Get some games because they may have to be occupied at home for days. One more thing, it's going to be cold after this storm. Be sure you have a blanket. You're going to need that. There are other things you need to be aware of. We have all that on weather.com, so check it out. That's it. Back to you.
Now, if your home happens to lose power, you can still listen to the Weather Channel's live coverage. We'll be broadcasting on both Sirius and XM satellite.